Hi, welcome to another episode of Carpenter, a WDO adventure, and now your storyteller.
WDO.
Good old WDO.
WDO. No, it's funny because I couldn't hear shit and you guys were all laughing, so I was like, oh, someone said something stupid.
Yeah, I mean, that's what usually happens when you can't hear shit.
I don't mind.
Alright, so, can we sum this last episode up as just last when we left off? Squid fucked up?
I thought I was going to say, last time, oopsie.
Yeah. Oopsies! So where we last left off, Rudolph and Sky were in a car being attacked by mist babies, and they sped off, pretty much just not really giving a shit about everybody who is back.
They didn't speed off. They turned the car off and then just like
No.
After they got attacked, they drove off.
Yep.
They drove off because they were getting attacked.
Yep.
They
So
took
they
my
did it out.
shit and drove off with it.
Yeah, technically they just stole a car. So they stole a car while everybody else was in the cabin trying to figure out what is going on, presented with a door leading into what we've all referred to as inky darkness.
Yeah.
Squid got the bright idea after being warned several times not
To be fair, it wasn't quite like, hey, don't step out into the blackness. It was like, hey, wait, maybe if you wait a second, like we're still having trouble figuring this out. So I was like, maybe this will help.
I'm actually going to get t-shirts made called Not the Inky Darkness.
So Bright Boy does the bright thing and steps out into the inky darkness and is
Just like I
immediately
threw the stone down.
Yeah.
he is gone from any sort of visual spectrum that anybody can see in. Shining lights, nothing. Looking out further, poking your head out a little bit, nothing. Cannot be seen. And as far as Squid can tell, he is completely paralyzed with every negative emotion he has ever felt in his entire life. Flooding him, overwhelming him, taking over his body entirely.
And that was after rolling 6 successes on the check.
Not everything works, man.
That's fair.
And you know what? Just think, if you had rolled less, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
I don't remember any of this. Was I here last time we played?
No.
No.
That would
was
explain why I don't.
That's why you're in the car.
It was last Tuesday, and that's why you're in the car with fucking Sleepy over there.
Wet blanket, limp noodle.
Thought we didn't play last Tuesday.
No,
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, you
We
done got.
tried getting a hold of you. You fell asleep. You had a headache and you fell asleep.
Oh,
No, that was the time
week
before.
last. Okay, yeah, you're right.
doesn't matter. What matters now, everybody, so that's going to be Grudge, Hale, Connor, and nobody else. You were in a cabin, and Homeboy gone.
I'm just gonna grab that door, slide it shut.
No. Look, I'm gonna stop.
I can't. You can't see this right now, though, Grudge.
I was at the door, dude. I was.
He came in.
That's right.
He
That's-
came in.
I was pushing the fucking bed out to try and see what happened to the bed.
I forgot. I thought you were still at like the outer door to the barn, like keeping watch or whatever. I forgot that you came in. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm right there. All right, so yeah, no, I'm not gonna let him close the door.
I'm gonna lean over to Grudge and and type it on my phone. I would never do that to you, bro.
I feel like there's a whole
Connor's really
slew of
feeling.
things I don't understand.
I'm just gonna text and just hold it up to Connor and go, guilty much?
That's probably why.
As guilty as you are, motherfucker.
No, he made his choice. You left him. There's a difference.
I mean, technically, we don't know that we haven't just left him either. He might still be savable.
You want to
Yeah.
step out there?
No, are there curtains?
And to be
in
fair, I
this
came
place?
back. I came back. That happened. Sorry, I came back. That happened.
Bonzai, are there curtains in this place?
Devin can't hear you.
Yeah.
There are no windows in the
Oh.
place that you were in.
There you go.
It is absent of all windows and curtains.
Fair enough.
Is the armoire? What's it made out of?
The chifforobe is wooden. I don't know what expert you are on wood, but it's wooden. I'm not an expert on wood, and I can't
tell plywood from real wood.
No, it's like actual wood. You don't I don't know what kind of wood because I think the only thing I could say is mahogany, and I don't know if that's expensive or not. But
it's expensive.
Yeah, then not that. It's wood, but it's sure.
Mine is cheap.
So, all right.
Made it of Christmas trees.
Would I be able to make a rudimentary lathe? No. Some sort of basic rope-like thing with the sheets on the bed or something like that.
Probably do it with the clothes.
I'm gonna try to go fucking fishing for stupid.
Okay. Fishing, probably call it athletics, dexterity.
All right, let's see.
What are you baiting this with?
All right.
Well, okay. Here's actually the question: as you were fishing, are you trying to get it further out, or are you more trying to hook it and aim at something?
Like lasso?
I am trying because I was right at the door when he walked out. I'm trying to see if I can hit him with it or try and pull him back or something.
But you can't see him.
No,
so
not
you
at
don't
all.
have a thing that you're aiming at. So
No,
that's what
no.
I'm asking. Are you trying to huck this thing out there far, or are you just whipping it around trying to see if it hits anything?
Well,
I'm getting at that there's a different fucking roll. So just
no.
answer
What I'm saying is I would feel around first and then go further.
Okay,
after
then
that.
dexterity athletics.
All right, yeah. Here go my 3 die. Let's see how we do. You're fucked.
It's like having sex in the dark. You gotta feel around first before you toss it in there, you know?
I'm a fucking retard on a doorknob.
I'm a little more dexterous. Do you want me to try?
Not bad. Well, you could try after me. 2 successes.
You are flailing a sheet in darkness.
It's
It's sort of like a metaphor for your life at this point.
I'm gonna try to bait my line when I throw when I try to do it, and I'm gonna
What are
tie
you baiting it with?
a cigarette since he's a big ass smoker.
That's actually accurate.
So
That is something I would use to help with negative emotions.
There is a pure
light it
mechanic
first.
here that I want to see if you can actually do, because you're tying a sheet around a cigarette,
That's right.
and I just don't see that working very well.
Okay.
Well,
So,
So always tear the sheet to a small strip and tie that small
all right,
strip.
let
Hold
me
on.
see
Yep.
here.
roll me survival dexterity, because this is some weird MacGyver bullshit that you just need
Couldn't
to.
they be crafts?
There's no crafts.
all right, that's fine.
Mine says crafts on my sheet.
That's
Crafts-
fine.
Oh, that's a mental though.
That's not craft physical. That's more like Clifton's character being able to create.
I mean,
3 successes.
I have craft repair.
used for working
So
on a
technically,
car.
it can be
The
physical, right?
cigarette looks like it's out of oh fuck, what's that anime?
I would argue that it's less tied to the sheet and almost more
All right, how do I sound now?
wrapped in the sheet tightly. But
Sounds
yeah,
fine before you
it's
sound
a
fine, though.
cigarette. It's sticking out a bit, and you don't think it's gonna go anywhere if you go flinging it around.
What are we doing?
And then,
I don't know.
hey, I don't know if he can see
Cigarette,
it or
maybe
smell it.
smells
I
the
mean, every time I see him, he's always lighting one up. I figure he'll smell it and come to it, kind of like a rat to chease.
All right,
Fuck,
so
I don't know.
see, I don't know how far out he's out. He's out there. If I stick Excalibur out, obviously without touching the inky blackness myself, do I feel him? Like, is he there? Oh, all
You're
right,
just sort of flailing a bat out a door.
all right.
Do I see this cigarette?
You can't turn around.
So I'm just gonna chuck
Can I
it as
smell the
a
cigarette?
little ways
You
out
see
there.
blackness And
Can I
nothing.
smell the cigarette?
You
tobacco?
don't even. I don't even know that you honestly can call anything that you're doing seeing, because you're. I mean, even think about this on a scientific level. Take the horror aspect out of this. Your brain is currently being flooded with as many chemicals as it can push through that will cause fear, sadness. It's pure negativity that you are.
Sounds like I need a cigarette. Like, that's why I think this bait is really good. 'cause
Wait.
that's exactly what I
So it
would do.
sounds like you're high as a fucking cat.
No, you cannot see it, smell it, nothing yet. You basically.
Frozen in fear.
I'm gonna give it a nice, good toss out there. The sheet, by the way, with the cigarette.
All right, so you ball it up, toss the sheet out the door.
Obviously, I'm gonna hold onto it so I don't lose it, but I'm gonna toss it out as far as the sheet will go.
Then, like, athletics, strength. It's a sheet. It's not very hard to throw.
Okay.
You really have to fuck this one up. I'm just saying. If there's a time for anybody to roll zeros, it's on throwing a sheet, because that's just magical wordplay that has to happen.
5 successes.
Yeah, I mean, you toss a sheet into a doorway, and
Gone
it,
like a fart in the wind.
it fucking goes out that door all the way.
When I watch it just go off into the darkness and disappear, huh? Do I
Well,
lose
I
sight
mean,
of the...
like you kind of it falls. It's clearly sitting on some sort of floor. It's not like dangling into nothingness or floating in space. There's ground out there as far as you can tell, and it's hit it.
Well, I'm saying it didn't hit anybody on its way to the ground.
I'm just giving you a little more context beyond that. It's not floating in nothingness. It's not like
Right.
flying.
There is legitimate ground there.
Yeah, but that's all you're feeling. You throw this thing out, it hits against the ground. You know, nothing weird, nothing floaty, nothing to it.
All right.
Okay, what if okay, so 3 questions. One, is he actually never mind, I wouldn't know that anyway. We all talked about how we all have like a strange ability before?
Well, no one can talk right now either.
Well, I mean, we could use our phones or we could do whatever, but my point is, have we talked about that? Do I know that Grudge and Jack have like a strange power?
None of you have discussed this at all.
Mm-mm.
You
All right.
meditated in the car a little bit. That's it though.
Okay. What if I?
All right. Has anyone looked under the stove?
I've looked in this. Multiple people have looked in the stove.
Not in, under.
In it, under it, behind it.
Oh,
How many times have we looked in the Schiffer robe?
A couple
Too
of
many.
times.
So I was thinking maybe since it's big, that might be another door or something. But
Just so I get a visual picture, does the shift rope have like swinging open doors, or do they pull out drawers? How does it?
One swinging open door. So if it's like standing up and you're facing it, the
which it's not. It's on the floor.
the upper left 3/4 are an opening door. To the right of that are 3 drawers, smaller obviously, and then the bottom quarter is 2 longer drawers.
I'm gonna pull out one of the shorter drawers, empty out everything that's in it, and I'm gonna on my phone let them know. Maybe light it and toss it out there. See if we can see them.
fuck it, why not?
That's what he
Yeah,
does.
I mean, it's a genuine question because I have no way of putting a light source out there.
I'm
Do
just
it.
imagining you throwing a flaming object out there and it just hitting him.
And that it very well may, but at least then I'll know where he is.
Sure.
So he won't be
I'm
dead.
gonna while Jack's doing that, I'm gonna grab Connor and with however long it takes me to tap out on his stupid phone. Maybe we should find this stone, and whatever's happening will go away.
Well, if they want to keep looking, that's fine. I'm gonna try to light up one of the
You
drawers.
don't know. This is to Connor.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, lighting up the drawer and throwing it out there.
All right.
Okay, well, my only thought is we've looked everywhere at this point, so I'm wondering if maybe the chifforobe is like the answer because it's the only thing with like another door on it. Maybe because the other door opens and shuts at different dimensions or whatever. Maybe the chifforobe has something like that in it too.
So I should mention, while you guys are texting back and forth, keep in mind texting is not an instantaneous thing. He's probably got 2 drawers pulled out of the chifforobe, lit on fire, and tossed out the door.
No. So you realize we're not actually like texting at each other. We're
Just
typing
writing it on the
phone
phone.
and showing it to each other.
It
And
still
I'm
takes time
saying
to push
that
buttons.
you have to.
No,
do
yeah,
that.
exactly. That's fine. I just want to
Like,
make sure
it's
we're
not
like,
the act of hitting send that I'm concerned with.
I'm gonna be back real quick.
I'm gonna assume you're not gonna have me roll for these throws that I just don't see anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're just tossing something out a door. You're not trying to hit anything. As you throw them out, what you're noticing, they really only provide light for a foot, 2, 3, and then they're gone. There's no light from them. You hear a thud, though. You do hear them hit, but there's no light coming off.
Experience of pain in the back of my head.
Yeah, currently running through your head over and over again is that time there was this annoying girl in kindergarten and you hit her with a trash can because you were just, having a bad day and this was your little tantrum. And that's just playing over and over in your head. But every time you just feel like a bigger piece of shit for when you did it over and over, replay and replay. And then it's sort of broken up with that one time you pissed yourself in middle school. It happens. It was just an emergency and a dick teacher and a not good thing, but that's just replaying over and over. And also every injury
about how I showed up to school without pants on and some other shit.
Yeah. If it happened, you are just reliving it in HD.
Is the chifforobe still on the floor, or has that been lifted up yet?
He's been lifting it up and pulling drawers out of it, so it's
okay,
probably down like 3 drawers. Doesn't take long to pull out a drawer and set it on fire.
I'm gonna close and open the door, like on it a couple times, just to see if anything happens.
You were flapping a door open and closed.
I mean, we've looked everywhere, haven't we? Unless it's under the floorboards or fucking. Is there anything on the floor? Is there anything on the ceiling?
I mean, way before I stepped out of the door, I said, I will
shut up here. You're not here.
Everywhere.
You're
So
not
that should
here.
answer the question
You're
already.
dying in
That
your
was from
brain.
last session.
You're not here, though. You cannot advise him of this.
Right. But I'm saying from last session as a reminder.
You can remind my dick.
No thanks. Not my job.
It's going to be one of them sessions, I believe. Crap.
Do you feel like this has anything to do with the mold? Because that was a theme that showed up in both times that we've been here, and I remember it seems like not normal. I checked to see if it was leading to anything, and it wasn't. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we've checked everywhere. Like.
Hold on. Oh, this is gonna get. I hate this part.
Okay, Connor wants to start walking around and tapping on the walls, looking on the ceiling, tapping on the floor, just to see if there's anything loose or any. I'm just looking for anything out of the ordinary, basically. Not like looking in any drawers or anything like that.
Investigation intelligence, please.
As you tap along the wood, you hear a different noise. You found a stud in the wall.
And actually, as you start to do that, is there any like last real quick thing Jack or Grudge wants to do?
Yeah, I like to. Shit, this is gonna get weird. I'm gonna use my gift. And take one of my gloves off and shit. I guess I'll touch the shifter first.
Okay.
2 successes, by the way.
2 successes. Yeah, you're not really finding anything special.
Yeah, I figured.
As you touch the Shifarobe, not really anything. You're seeing a lot of vague images, shirts and stuff being stored in it, like being used often. You can't quite make out a face on who's using it, but there's nothing that stands out about the Shifarobe.
All right. Let me make sure I cross one of those off. What? All right. Start with those. So -1. All right. The problem is if I keep going with this, y'all might have to carry my ass out.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Anything for you, buddy.
Oh, just butter them up some more, Buttercup.
Yeah. All right.
And I don't want to metagame, but never mind.
Yeah.
That sentence never ends.
Not at all.
That sentence never goes well.
I know.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. This is weird.
There's got to be something we're missing. We've looked, or maybe we're just not looking good enough. We're just rolling really poorly. I don't know.
That's true. I haven't searched the stove. I guess I'll search.
I'm gonna
stove.
actually take. I guess this would be. Not really sure what kind of role this would be, but I just want to survey the room and look and see if there's anything different about the room.
Well, I was only
time.
given one. I was only giving you guys one more action. That I was actually going to switch over to Sky and Rudolph.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Go on then.
Well, I'm just saying that this is going to be Jack's last because you just did a thing, Colin just did a thing, so this is Jack's last one. So what were you looking for, real quick?
Just to kind of survey the room and see if I see anything different on this pass through than the last time we came into this.
So you're looking for like a change specifically?
Yeah, something that might be different about the room, a different change.
Investigation intelligence.
Three successes.
It's a little hard to tell because you guys have like kind of tossed the room at this point. You know what I mean? It's you've kind of kicked. You flipped the bed, you knocked the shift robe over, you picked it up, you yanked things out. So things are obviously moved, and you're almost not sure. Like the more you look at it, the more you're just not sure if you're getting in your head or if you are seeing something that's being laid out differently or specifically. It's all just kind of in a jumble right now. Like you're having a hard time piecing this all together, really.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I mean that's it then until
Yeah, we have.
it's look right.
Yep.
So, Rudolph and Sky. Rudolph, the last you felt, something had punched through the car door and gotten pretty close to cutting your leg, though I believe it didn't.
It did not.
But you saw it. Like, you saw a...
White claw.
I hesitate to call it, like, a blade. It's more... claw-like. A claw has shot through the door, You scream for Sky to drive. Sky, this is after actually on your side of the car, something slammed against it hard, and you could actually hear it pierce the metal, but it didn't make it all the way through the door. So you've just sped off going straight. And whether you guys really want to do something or not, I just want to see what's going on in the car 5 or so minutes after you've taken off. Like, you were just jamming down the road in a full panic, getting the fuck away from whatever was hitting the car. You guys are still in the thick fog that has appeared, but it is starting to thin, though, you know, it would still be hazardous to keep driving at the speed you're driving.
Do you know if there's anything to burn?
I have no idea.
I'm slow down a bit. I'm gonna rifle about in the back. I'm looking for anything that could potentially be burnable. Blankets, accelerants.
Let
anything.
off the
Burn
gas.
Jack's favorite
How
backseat.
fast did you say we're going?
You're the one driving, Sky.
Yeah, how fast are we going?
I wasn't here last week. I'm the DM. How fast were we going?
You get to say right now. You're driving.
Saying, were we?
Okay.
By the way, just because everyone keeps calling it a car, I did stipulate in the first session it is a pickup. It is not a car.
Okay.
To me,
So there is no
honestly,
truck.
you're luckily I'm not calling it a truckamobile, because to me, all cars are exactly the fucking.
Oh, honest to God, I thought he had an El Camino.
There were like 4 or 5 of us sitting in it, so you know it's got a back other than a trunk or the bed.
Well, yeah, it's an
Okay.
extended cab.
If that was supposed to be a reference to Supernatural, it would be an Impala.
It was not.
Not.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was not a
It was
reference.
not a
This is-
reference.
Anyway,
Oh.
I slow down by 5-10 miles an hour to make it to where we're able to move around and let him get in the back.
So you guys are gonna slow down, but you're gonna keep going. You're not turning around. You're not stopping. You're still just you're getting the fuck out.
Question: are they going towards us, or are they going towards fucking out?
They're
of-
going back towards town. And
Oh,
that's
shit.
where the car was positioned, and they've just gunned it. So if they just gunned it and have not turned around, they are headed back towards town.
What about the other guys?
So,
They're at the cabin.
No, I'm
far as you
asking
know.
Rudolph. What about the other guys?
Ah.
that's what I'm working on right now. So do I find anything?
You're just like looking through stuff in the back?
Yeah, I'm looking for anything like burnables. I'm looking for like blankets, anything, accelerants.
Did
anything
any
like
of you guys leave your, like, I know both Jack and Grudge have a bag. Connor, I think you have a bag, but it's not with you in this car. Did any of you guys leave any of that stuff behind?
Connor left his bag full of fucking hoodlum shit. So
So it
It's
is in this truck?
yeah, there's some stuff in there. Some stuff he has with him, but like some of the stuff is in the truck.
Let Clifton know more or less. What's in the bag?
Fucking a lockpick set, another ski mask, bolt cutters. Looks like 9 mini bottles of whiskey, which are written down here.
That's burnable.
What's that?
I said
That's
that's burnable.
Yep.
All right. What about containers? Sort of like
If you empty out a whiskey bottle, it's kind of like a container.
right. But I mean like
Jack, how are you with the car? Are you the kind of guy who keeps his car meticulously clean, on the dirtier side, somewhere in between? What's Jack like with his vehicle?
He typically, it's more on the, I wouldn't say it's meticulous, but it's not like a trash waste disposal. I mean, you might find a Coke can if you're lucky or something.
Yeah,
Does it
so
have-
I would say there's probably like an empty plastic bottle, an old water bottle. Maybe there's still some water in it, not quite finished, arbitrarily tossed back there. It's not uncommon.
Or do you have one of those little trash cans that go on the back of the seat like my mother had?
No, if he had said he was meticulous, I'd have put the trash can in there. But
all right,
My
all
mom
right.
had a
I've got
Betsy
an
card.
idea.
She had it.
So he would have like a plastic bag from Rite Aid that has like a Slim Jim wrapper in it that he uses as a trash can. Basically, is what you're saying.
I got an idea. Pull over real quick. All right.
I come to a quick stop, and not so hard that it shoves you forward.
I was actually really hoping that, like, he says pull over real quick and you just slam on the brakes in the middle of the road.
That
Even though
was
that's
my
not
first-
what's happening, it's how I'm choosing to see it in my head. Go on, Clifton.
So I get out of the car real quick, carrying the whiskey bottles with me, and I go to. Did I happen to find a knife? I forgot to ask.
I don't think he said there was a knife in that bag.
Did anybody
Colin, is
anybody
there
leave a knife in the car?
Connor wouldn't have a knife. Maybe like I would, and I don't have it written down, but like maybe the most offensive thing you would find in there would be the bolt cutters, or maybe like he would
That's
have a crowbar or something.
I was thinking the
I don't have it
bolt
written
cutters
down.
would be the closest thing you had to a knife.
Connor's a
Jack does not
boxer.
seem
He
like
has-
the kind of guy to have an arbitrary knife in his car.
Well,
Maybe you never
Jack
heard
has
of
one
it.
in his bag, but the
I-
bag's on me.
That's it. If Jack had a knife anywhere, it would be with him. It would not be in the car.
All right.
I reach over and check the glove box.
Jack, you're
No, I just got you.
you're not like a map in the glove box guy. You're like what? Car warranty handbook.
No.
Info
There's
inventory.
2 mags. There's 2 spare mags and a box of ammo.
Wow, you don't even keep your fucking registration in your glove box. What kind of monster are you?
That's in my center console.
You know, I've actually gotten in trouble for that before. I was told by a cop that I cannot keep my registration or the registration and proof of insurance in the center console. It has to be in the glove box.
That sounds like some bullshit.
Yeah,
That sounds like bullshit right there.
it was absolute bullshit. But
What sort of hood ornament is on?
Officer Small Dick.
what sort of hood ornament is on the car? Because this is not a real world. This is a German model. Weirdly, it's called adoption.
So it has like a standing hood ornament.
Yeah, it's got like a wiener dog on the front of the truck.
Not
Alright.
a Datsun, a
Fine
Dachshund.
business.
Yeah,
I
dog
checked
shit,
the
not a
center
Datsun.
console.
All right.
Yeah, so he
I-
said there's 2 mags and a box of ammo in that center console, Sky. But
German,
there's no gun
German
to
cars
go in
aren't
it.
luxury cars in this world.
I said
right?
glove box
Get it
originally.
out.
Center console
I
is
pull
different.
off a hubcap.
That's we were talking about the glove box. I was talking about center console separately, but
Yeah.
there's
Center
ammo. If you want to
console
check
would
center
only
console
have
after that,
registration. It doesn't have anything useful in it.
Okay, moving on.
Maybe a map of the local area.
Clifton, go ahead.
Okay. I get out. I pull off one of the hubcaps.
Okay.
I take it upside down, like outward facing down, and I sort of like try to lock it onto the hood ornament. I take off my flannel and I wad it up inside of that, and I soak it with whiskey and light it.
You've created a front of the car lantern.
I'm hoping it will burn off the fog just enough that we can maybe find our way through.
Okay, Rudolph, think this through. I'm trying to look through a fire into darkness.
No, just fog. Don't worry.
Fog and darkness.
Yeah.
What did it
However, if
come
you're
to?
behind us, like on the hood of a car, the light would be coming from behind us and easier to see into fog.
Clifton,
And
I-
not burning off the fog. Sky, how hard do I have to explain this?
Clifton, I need you to roll wits and crafts.
You got it.
And I really hope it's low because I would love for you to set Jack's car on fire right now.
I hope to God I don't find out who does this to my fucking car.
If there's anything in the world that I want, it's for you to set his car on fire.
I
Oh,
got a success.
you got 1 success?
I got one success.
So here's the hard part for me. While all of this is really simple, hooking that thing onto the hood ornament just proves to be rocky at best. It's less of a hook and more of a careful balancing act. And as you rock it back and forth, check your work, throw your hands in the air, and then turn to get back into the car, you bump it just wrong and it spills the flaming shirt onto the hood of the car.
I quickly sort of try to scrape it off with the hood or with the hubcap.
Okay. Roll me a quick athletics dexterity.
All right. Athletics.
The faster you do it, the more of a bonus I'll give you. I'm lying. That's a lie. That's not a true thing.
That wasn't the truth?
It was not a truth. It was not the true.
Oh, no successes.
Yeah, you go to pick it up and you burn your hand a little bit. Not enough for damage, but enough to be like, fuck! And you drop it right back on the hood of that car.
I mean, I'm going to try again.
All right.
I want to throw it in reverse and gas it real quick, see if I can knock it off.
Okay. Roll me
Should I
a
take-
drive. No, he's got to roll me a drive and roll me drive dexterity. Let's see how quickly you can do this. And remember to put it into drive, because if you real fail this, you're going to hit him with a car.
And it's D10, right?
Yeah.
1d10 per tick you have.
Two successes.
2?
2.
Yeah, as he comes running up to go pick up the shirt that he just dropped, you drop the car in reverse and start, you're playing the old game of like back up, let him get close, back up, let him get close. While the hood of the car is technically, I guess the car is not on fire, the shirt and whiskey are on fire on the car. But I would imagine that if this went on for too long, it probably wouldn't be great for the car.
I was trying to get it off by doing
Oh, you were
that.
trying to get it off. No,
Yeah,
it does not come off. It's
Okay.
just on the hood of the car, and you're basically playing keep away with Rudolph.
Being like, I don't know. I don't think a flaming shirt, like a whiskey soaked flaming shirt on a car is gonna like actually cause the car to catch on fire or blow up or anything.
Oh,
That
the
would-
car's
that's
not going to
a-
blow up, but there's like severe paint damage.
Oh yeah.
There's already paint damage.
Oh, it's
And
worse
holes
now.
in your passenger side door. Or hole.
I'm going to put it like this, Jack. It's not getting better. So we'll actually cut off with Rudolph getting disappointed that there's basically a game of keep away happening while he's trying to put out the car.
When
And
I
at
see it
that
doesn't
point,
work, I stop.
we're gonna cut back to the cabin. But before I let you guys do things, I want you to discuss things before you do things, and I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break.
Well, to be fair, we can't really discuss shit because we're all.
DM
we
just
can't
said
either.
discuss things, aka now is the actual time to do that.
Okay, so I have two different plans. One, and I checked with Devin about this too to make sure I could even do this. He said you can try, which means that I can try to fucking do it because normally he would just shoot me down. I'm gonna try and use like my criminal related skills, either like streetwise or subterfuge, whichever one he lets me use, basically. Probably he's going to pair it with intelligence or something or wits to try to search areas in the cabin that like a criminal would hide something a little bit more uncommon of a hiding space. My other thought was if we were still trying to save Squid, if we haven't completely given up on that, we have the sheet, maybe tying the sheet to one of us and then one of us walking out there to get him. So that way other people could pull us back. That would be those are the only ideas that I had right now for anything.
Well, I'm fine with the sheet idea of trying to rescue Squid, but I'm not the strongest of the group, so I don't know if I would volunteer to try to pull the person back.
Well, I am probably the strongest out of the three of us. I have 3 dots in strength, so
So do I.
okay. So it
but
looks like Jack is
I'm more
tied up and going in the hole.
yeah, I was just letting you know I'm not going out there.
Do what? I'd step away for a second. What about going out with somebody?
We're gonna tie the sheet to Jack and make him walk into the darkness to try and grab Squid. And
I feel like if I feel like this is an easy way to TPK.
Well, as long as someone has a way to pull me back, I might be game to try.
Don't worry. Rudolph and Sky will live.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Remember, Jack, it's the bunny rabbit goes up through the hole, around the tree, and back down the hole. And you can do that
Hey,
tie
You
one-handed.
cannot advise him on how to tie a knot.
What the fuck are
You're
we supposed to be
not
talking
here.
See, I done told you.
I'm scared. I'm scared right now.
I
You
mean, Jack's a
can
military man. I'm
not
pretty sure he probably knows how to
advise
call
him.
me.
That was
Yeah,
bad,
I'm assuming
Evan.
military would teach me how to tie an appropriate knot.
I
And
know.
if
I
they
was
didn't, we
thinking
have a college
this.
professor.
I went and came back
So-
just to give him a not pun. Apparently, God, that was bad, dude. That
Yeah,
was bad.
you're welcome. I aim to disappoint. Haven't you been playing this game the whole time? So,
Yes, I have.
I'm gonna go if we're gonna do this though. This is our last ditch effort for.
So
Don't
Wait.
worry,
fill
don't worry,
me
Devin.
in.
We're very disappointed in you. Don't worry.
Fill me in on the brilliant plan that I know you guys have come up with.
In the 30 seconds you were there taking a leak, yeah, we've had a lot of time to figure out a brilliant plan.
What's the idea, man? It doesn't got to be fleshed out. What are we going for? What are we doing?
We're going for
The
tying
old fake fiddle?
tying a lifeline to one of us and throwing him out like a human lasso to try to grab Squid and pull him in.
So we're going with the old sacrificial sheep. I like it.
I just hope they don't grab the wrong thing and pull a monster out of the inky blackness.
There's
Don't
always that
give
chance
the
too.
ideas, asshole.
Yeah, way to fucking shit on someone's
Well, I
dick.
mean, I've already had Rudolph shit all over my car. What could be the worst that could happen at this point?
The monster has a name, you know. It's Jack.
Yeah.
Surprise!
I pull out my doppelganger.
All right, so we tie the sheet to Jack.
To die.
And make sure we test it. Give a good tug. Make sure it's not going to give or break or anything else that the DM could think of.
Yeah, do we have to roll for anything, or can we just tie a fucking sheet to him?
No. Tying a sheet into a knot is a lot easier than tying a sheet around a cigarette. And if anybody wants to challenge me on how difficult that is, go grab a goddamn cigarette, and I want to watch you tie a decent sheet around it while you throw it across your room and the sheet does not come flying.
All right,
Devin,
I feel like you have some sort of
Good.
history
Tie a sheet around it.
attempting this.
Cool. I'm gonna get a sheet right now. Give me
I
1
want,
second.
and I want to see the whole thing to make sure it's a fucking sheet, you
Right.
son of a bitch.
He's not wearing pants. Don't make him move the camera.
He's wearing
No,
a
this
sheet.
is- This
Not
is,
that whole thing, oh god.
this is
Wait,
what
I'm
makes
gonna
or
go to
breaks
the linen
YouTube.
closet
Jim.
now.
All right,
Damn
that's yeah. You work on that while we
All
continue.
right, we're gonna call this the cigarette sheet challenge. Try it at home, boys and girls.
Let me use the other one. Where's the
other
other
one?
I can hear people in your room doubting you.
Shut up, Devin.
Oh my god!
Question
All
is,
right,
are
all
you
right.
willing to
Well,
tear the sheet to make this work?
Focus, Clifton, focus.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm seeing if
Wait,
it'll
wait,
work.
wait, Devin, if I can actually do this.
well,
I mean,
no. While
goddamn
Tweedle
star,
dumbass
what
is
do you
over
want?
there
I
trying
live
to
in a
do
different
this.
state than you. I can even buy you a beer effectively.
I mean,
Give him a bottle cap.
What if it's a blanket? Is that okay?
No, a blanket is not a sheet. Blankets have frills and other bullshit, and I am not accepting some bullshit.
All right, I'm getting a sheet.
you know,
Thin bed
if you
sheet.
did accomplish it with the main body of a blanket, that would actually be a little more impressive.
Yeah, then challenge. Yeah, that's way more challenging than a sheet.
Agreed. But
okay,
anyhow,
but-
back on task.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so first things first. Just let me do a quick search of the room using the criminal-related skills, just for shits and giggles. Because there's, why not?
Hey,
You know.
crime it the fuck up.
So Connor's like putting himself in his own head and being like, "Hey, I'm a fucking criminal. If I was trying to hide something in this room,
Wait, hold that up one more
I didn't want
time.
people to find
Hold
it.
it up one more time. I'm listening, Colin.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm a fucking criminal. If I wanted to hide something in this room, where would I hide it? You know, where would people think to not look? Those are the places that I'm trying to look. Like in the mattress, under the fucking sink, like, you know, I don't know, just random places, like fucking like taped onto like the inside of a fucking cabinet or something, you know, on the top of I don't know, somewhere.
Hey, I didn't say tie a knot with the fucking tag. I said tie a knot with the sheet.
I'm just showing you that it's a sheet.
right.
That was what
All
it
right.
says on there. Sheet.
Okay.
All right, Connor. What'd you roll?
I need to know what I need to roll first. That's the DM.
It's gonna
job.
be like larceny dexterity.
And while he's doing that, I'm pretty sure I have the same
Is that
keyboard
what
as
it's called? It's
Squid.
called larceny, isn't it? Yeah. Larceny is any of your crime related shit. So you're thinking like a criminal, and you're letting your hands do the work and find that crevice where a thing might be hidden.
I was really hoping you'd say I could use streetwise or subterfuge, but
No, larceny's crime shit. Streetwise is knowing where to find shit in the streets, and subterfuge is lying. You're not lying to the wall to find things, I promise you. Though,
okay.
I would watch that.
So larceny and what?
Dexterity.
Devin.
No, I'm watching.
Cigarette.
I'm not fucking watching you. Now throw it across the room and reel that sumbitch in.
All right. I tied it to a sheet. It is a cigarette tied to a sheet.
Okay, now throw it across the room and reel it in.
All right. Wait, I don't know if the camera's gonna work.
I just need to see you reel it in and hold up that knot without a few seconds in between where you reinsert the fucking cigarette. I don't gotta see everything.
That's my girlfriend.
Hi, girlfriend.
Hello.
I'm just trying to get like a good
I get you.
Across the room, you know, like
And you gotta I don't want to see no gingerbread ass fucking throw. You huck that shit across the room.
I'm gonna chuck it across the room. The problem is I don't want to
His room's only a 2x4. It's a really tiny fucking room.
How big is the shit?
I'm chucking it. It's still there. It's still there.
Yep.
Huh?
Huck it, chuck it, football.
I'd just like to point out, this all proves nothing. This just proves that Squid
all
rolled
right,
really well.
all right.
I did the thing.
I've proven. And you have earned yourself a gold goddamn star, and you should feel pride in it. Because honestly, I don't think I would have been able to tie a knot like that to do it. I don't think I could do that.
No,
I don't think you could do that either.
I knew it was possible. I just don't know if someone who's.
It's still smokable. There's no cracks.
Out of curiosity, does this game have anything like D&D has like inspiration?
I mean, I could grant him something if his character wasn't royally fucked. So
just give him another willpower.
If fucking Jack had done that in real life, he probably would have gotten inspiration for his character. But I'm still terrified. I just wanted to prove
I'm sorry. You just threw a cigarette across the room. Now Jesus walks out of the darkness and saves your fucking soul. And
no, it's Jack, not Jesus, motherfucker. Get it straight.
Actually, we were all wrong the whole time. It's Zeus. Who'd have fucking thought? But he comes down and he's like, not today, Hades. Tosses around some fucking lightning bolts and re-grants your ass into the cabin. Welcome back, motherfucker.
Zeus.
Fuck you.
Dude, if I got rescued by Zeus, that'd be the best thing ever. Come on now.
Anyway,
okay, so
you search the room.
I didn't find shit. I had 0 successes. I didn't find shit.
Oh yeah, you look around this room and you immediately think to yourself, wow, it's really lucky I wasn't trying to hide something in this room.
Because this room fucking sucks.
Yeah, you got nothing.
Okay, then I am going to...
I thought y'all were tying a knot around somebody and they were walking.
Tying a knot around Jack. We're tying all the anything jackets and to the sheet to whatever the fuck we have to make it as long as possible. We're tying Jack to it and then making sure everything's secure.
I'd just like to point out this is a terrible idea.
I agree, but I'd like to try to save him.
You didn't tell me no when I proposed it.
Well, no, that's why I'm putting in my objection right now. I think it's a terrible idea.
Then let's not fucking do it, dude. I'm not saying it's an end all be all. Then let's not do it. Let's just let him die.
What? Sorry, Bonsai. What was the thing folks rolled to look for shit? At this point, watching them do this,
intelligence.
Okay, I'm starting to doubt their mental prowess, so I think I got to double check their work.
Let the guy tie knots. Sorry, chat. Let the guy tie knots.
And see,
look at this fucking guy.
I'm just gonna
Mr. Balloonians.
Mr. Balloonians.
Yeah. While he walks off, I'm just gonna lift my phone up to you, Connor, that says like I'll save his ass ever again.
I got 4 successes.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a room,
a door.
We know it's the room.
Yeah, all right.
The problem
Can I just check really quick? Does anybody else want to roll anything to search the room?
We've all searched the room multiple fucking times.
Yeah.
All right, I'll roll one last intelligence
Does
investigation.
anybody want to try and open and close another door? I think you guys haven't flapped the oven open and closed quite as much as you've opened and closed the door and the shipper robe. So if you want to try it, I'm just saying let's do this now.
4 successes on searching the room again. Then that's not going to do shit.
Bro, for a half a second, you were almost positive you just found an extra wall that wasn't there before. But no. After looking at it closer, that's that same wall.
Here's an idea. Why doesn't everyone walk out into the darkness?
Because it's like, that means I win. Clint and Sky drive off into the sunset. Gone.
With Sky.
Oh, those are going to be some hideous
But Clint and
babies.
Sky just have some creepy little kids, and everybody lives happily ever after. In
To be fair, I was shipping Rudolph and Sky from the beginning. I just thought it was
We're so modern with our...
I've been writing fanfic for weeks now. I just didn't want to tell you
You've
guys.
been
It's all over
writing
the internet.
You didn't tell us?
No.
All right. Not tied around Jack. Dr. Grudge declining the idea.
Oh no, I'm just pointing out.
Hey, I don't like the idea any more than anyone else.
I'm
willing
helping.
to try to save him.
I'm helping. I just think it's a terrible idea.
I agree. But
All right, so we got the dexterous guy tied to a bunch of shit. He's dexterous. We'll throw him out there. Maybe he'll grab something with all his dexterity.
Okay, let's just
These
not
strong
let's
guys
not
will
say we're
put out-
throwing anyone out there. I feel like he should just ease into it.
that's kind of my thought. But I'm going to try to see if I see.
Well, I thought
Either
we
of
could
you have a
grab one side of him and then, heft him up long ways and then go 1, 2, like a battering ram, 3, and then just toss him out there.
All right. No, we're not doing that.
Well, clearly not. No, that would be stupid. Yes, just walk him the fuck out there and we hold on to the rope until it stops.
I
And
think
then
he could walk his own ass out there.
if we hear screaming, then we pull the shit back in.
I'm going to lift up my phone real quick and go, has anyone got a flashlight other than these phone lights?
I thought you had a
I
tack
do.
light. I thought you had a tack light on your gun.
I did. Yeah, touche. I guess I could just point my gun at Squid. Sure, why not? It's a halogen light. Sure.
Most tack lights are removable. Whatever.
Just keep it on the gun. You might need to shoot something in there. What if you run into some horrible monster? Or worse yet, what if Squid turns into a horrible squid monster? It'd be ironic.
Fair enough.
Can I buy drugs from you?
Well, yeah.
Right now.
I mean, yeah. Like, not right now. Yeah, like, I need it. Like, what do you want?
Another time. Another time.
So, okay, no. Put this, save it, put it on the docket, we'll address it later. Right now, we need to do muscle stuff.
All right, I'm gonna do a very.
Muscle stuff.
I'm gonna do.
Refer to lifting or moving anything as muscle stuff from
Connor just starts doing push-ups.
bro.
I just want you to know he's cast by Mark Wahlberg. That's like, he's like one part Mark Wahlberg.
Are you sure he's not Donnie Wahlberg? I just get a much more Donnie vibe.
Right.
He's definitely one part Mark Wahlberg, one part Tom Hardy. That's when he's serious, he's Tom Hardy. When he's this guy, he's Mark Wahlberg.
Your mumble game is.
I was just like, no one can understand you when you're serious.
I'm gonna just confirm that at least someone has a tight grip on the.
Yeah. No, I'm helping too.
Oh, dude, my grip is so tight, bro. Just start walking.
Jesus, I'm fucking dead. All right, I'm gonna slowly creep out through the doorway and just still within the doorway, but just like half in, half out. I'm gonna try to use the light to search around, see if I see anything.
Give me the idea of your pacing on this. Is it a shuffle? Is it a march? You sprinting?
I mean, I take one step out, so 1 foot is inside, 1 foot is outside.
You all right?
So I am.
Though it really doesn't seem like you can see any further taking a step out.
So even with a step forward, not enough, huh? All right, I'll take one more step forward, so I'm still within 1 step of the doorway.
Yeah. You take another step. Like you're outside the building by all means now, right? Like
Right.
it's behind you. You still cannot see. It's not like you're, in a game, you take a step forward, you see a little further. It's not like that. You've taken a step forward, and it's almost like you're running into a wall of darkness.
and the tack light just goes right to this wall, and that's it.
It's like the light is shining through, but it's not really revealed. Like you're seeing the beam of light go,
But it's being absorbed.
it's
So how far?
think about
okay,
how a
far
flashlight
is the-
goes.
How far is the darkness from where I am? Then is it like a couple steps? Is it like right? Am I right next to it?
2 feet, 3 feet at most.
Okay.
What does it fucking matter? Either just keep walking or step the fuck back inside. It's fucking dark and you can't see shit. Either you go out there and you get him, or you step back inside. I'm fine with either option. I just want to get this train rolling.
So I'm gonna step right up, right next to the darkness, not actually walking into it, but like right next to where it is. And I'm just gonna straight reach in and see if I can grab anything.
Nothing.
Nothing. Fuck it. All right. I'm just gonna look back and go and just mutter, "You fuckers better grab me!" And I step in.
No, don't do it.
All right. As he steps into the darkness, Jack, I'm going to need you to do a thing, and it's nothing. Nothing. There is not a thing you can roll or convince me of or say or do that is going to let me make you make an action during what comes next.
Okay.
Trust me. Just
Okay.
trust me that, like, whatever you roll against, I'm going to be like, nah, bro, that doesn't work.
Okay.
Nothing. So, Grudge and Connor, let's go ahead and have us a tug of war. Strength and athletics checks, both of you right now.
Oh well, that's not bad. Let's see how this goes. Ah, all right. Goddamn stupid idea. All right, here we go.
Almost missed that one. You guys can go ahead. What'd you get?
I got 4.
Is it 4? 4? What?
Yeah, 4.
4 each?
Correct.
All right. So as he steps out, you immediately know something is wrong because that sheet tugs. The minute he goes through, it's like he started sprinting. Your immediate instinct is to grab and pull. As you pull, it actually does, you feel like you're pulling back. Like your Jack has receded a bit closer to you. Make me another roll. Kind of a dice lands on top of another dice.
No.
Are you playing a dice stacking game, Devin?
Yeah, I'm just playing dice stacking games.
3.
Well, yeah, same here. I got 3. That was not as good.
Now it's like you're pulling against a wall. It's not moving. It's, you haven't lost any ground, but you are definitely not gaining ground. It's like you're yanking against a fucking mag truck.
Grudge looks over at fucking Connor, and he's like only pulling with one arm. He's like lighting a cigarette with the other. He's like, oh shit, sorry. You're taking this seriously right now. No, he's not doing that.
No, I know, but I'm still gonna mouth to you guys with the equivalent of fucking morons.
All right, make me another roll.
Fuck.
I'm assuming I can't even scream or anything at this point.
Nope. Yeah, and it is silent. You guys are not pulling against somebody screaming and yelling.
Oh shit!
Oh god.
Oh, he gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
All right, how many you get?
2.
Oh, so here I got 2.
What the fuck is with you guys right now? You
Oh,
guys call each other this morning?
oh yeah, no, he's wearing my underwear right now.
What are you wearing today? No, I
Fortunately-
mean, thematically at this point, I think it's getting harder to pull, right? Each turn it's getting harder to pull. We're just getting weaker because it's hard.
Actually, I only beat you guys by 1 that time, but I did beat you. You lose ground, and more so, it's a quick enough jerk from the stance that you were at that you're actually knocked off balance a little bit.
Shit.
You haven't lost footing, but you realize that what you're pulling against has the capacity to totally yank you in with it. Give me another roll.
Okay. I was gonna say, how much
does that change what you're doing?
How much sheet is there?
Your both of your arms are outstretched.
Well, I was talking about. I said I tied like my jacket and whatever other shit I could find.
Well, I was gonna say, can I wrap that shit around myself and tie another knot?
I mean, you don't have time to tie. Like this is within the span of a few seconds. This is a tug of war. You don't have time to wrap it around you and tie a knot.
I just want you to know if who's in the. Okay, can we decide who's in the front and who's in the back right now?
It's all right. I'll take the front.
I was gonna say, well, whoever's in the front.
He called it. He's in the front.
Be prepared that if we fucking go flying like towards that door, to like brace your legs on either side of that shit. Because
I'm already preparing for that, and one thing that I would probably also try to do is brace it around the corner of the fucking door to create some friction to make it harder to get pulled out.
You don't have time to adjust.
No, that's fair. All right, well, fucking, we're rolling then.
You don't have time to communicate any of that either.
Right.
Yeah, here we go.
That's fucking happening right now.
3 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4. Suck it. Well, not really. I don't know what he rolled.
3.
All right, you guys are gaining a little bit of ground. As you start to pull it back in, faintly in the distance, it's almost like there's a light coming through it. Like a bright white light, but it's far, far off and small. Give me another strength roll.
That's a lot of dice.
Athletics, right?
Yeah. Athletics.
2 successes.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, just 2.
You rolled 2 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are losing. Like, it's as much as you've gained back, you've already lost again.
Fuck.
Give me one more.
Ooh, that's a good one. 1, 2, 4.
How good was it? It's really good right now.
I got 5.
Really
I got
good.
5.
That's good. I got 0.
Oh, for fuck.
So you have 5 total.
I'm gonna die.
That was the best. Fuck, that was the best roll.
That's the best roll you've had thus far, I think.
Really
Yeah, I think so. That was one of the better rolls.
And I beat you by 1.
God damn it! I don't
when
believe
you're
you.
rolling 16 dice, shit.
There's a specific number in mind, and there's a reason for numbers. So, as it yanks again, you notice you're losing ground. Like, Eduardo, you're starting to come up to that wall of darkness. And as you guys progress on, Rudolph and Sky start to drive into the light. The light starts to envelop. Connor and Rudolph have been at Nagasaki when it went off. You're just like, to your core, horrified and destroyed. But now you're sitting in a car on a way to the Red Barn.
Cool, I'm gonna light up a cigarette and shake and
Just
try to literally shit my pants.
Grudge?
I'm gonna tell him to stop the fucking
Hold
car.
on. Hold on.
Sorry.
This is your first trip on this. You have no memory of what has happened like before.
Again?
What?
Does
So,
Connor remember?
but this is his first time going through the.
As far as he knows, this is his first time on
Okay,
this.
so this is his first time drinking the Kool-Aid. This is our second time?
Third.
Third time.
Third time?
I peer up in my seat to try and examine the hood of the car.
Do I remember what's occurred already?
Oh my god.
You do remember what's occurred from both pasts.
Okay, so Rudolph and Connor are both assholes.
So, Rudolph, roll me an investigation intelligence.
Since I'm the one driving, would I notice if there's something wrong with my car?
That's a chance.
Let's see Rudolph's roll first.
That's a dramatic failure.
Devin, please give me can I please have a willpower restore for fortitude for that?
What? Justify your fortitude to me. What did you do that was totally pushing your character to his limit of like show me fortitude. Point it out to me. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying point out what you think was a fortitude moment for you.
Okay, so not only was it like a little bit like of redemption because he was a piece of shit before, even though he came back, like he wasn't a complete piece of shit.
I love that you're
Right,
trying
he
to
came
justify
back,
this.
But
While
this
you do it.
time, like he actively tried to save another member of the group, and like him and Grudge were like struggling against whatever the fuck was pulling the one or two of them. Even I don't know if they actually met up with each other.
Had
Like,
you held your ground the whole time, I'd have granted you a butt ton of fortitude.
I did hold my ground. What are you talking about?
You guys got pulled 3 times.
But it's not.
Yeah,
Isn't it
but no. But
If
here's the
anyone got
thing.
fortitude, it was my ass for going
No,
into this.
no. Here's the thing. I will say, even though I was right up against the darkness, I continued to pull. That's fortitude
Yeah,
right there.
that's the point.
This
It's
is
not
not
about
a sword.
succeeding.
I
Fortitude's
will
not about
make you
succeeding, it's
both
about
a
trying.
deal. Half. It's not 1 point. It's not full points. Take half.
Take it. It's the best you're gonna get.
Credit. I'll give you credit for it, but to me, the fortitude virtue is you standing up for something you believe strongly in. Fortitude is overcoming that pressure, overcoming even being like think of a devout priest coming up against the God machine, thus realizing that his idea of the Bible is wrong, but sticking to his scripture anyways. That shit's fortitude.
I'd also like to point out that this is not a ford.
Huh?
At best, you'd be exercising wienertude.
Fair.
Wait, should we get half a willpower back? How's that even?
No. When you do your
Half your
virtue,
max.
you
Half
get
your
all
max.
of it. So you're getting half your max.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
So
only
I
knew
have,
the one fucking
so I have
point.
3. Do I round up or round down?
Round up, sunshine, because I think you're so pretty.
Cool. I'll drink whiskey to fulfill my vice as well.
Shit. See,
So
you
it's
had this fucking unload the whole time.
See, for me, I just needed the one. I didn't know we were going for the fucking broke.
I mean, no. Seriously though, like not to just
Fine.
not because I want to like
Yep,
succeed in this
and
argument.
I agree with you part way. It's just not my particular definition of fortitude.
Cool, but I just want to know for the future, is me
Your
me
beliefs need to be
completing
questioned.
My
You need
virtue.
to-
Hold on. Is me completing my virtue dependent upon me succeeding at my act of
No,
fortitude,
it
or
is
just
absolutely
participating in
not.
it at all?
Yes, participating, not succeeding.
Okay, so cool. That's what I wanted to know because I wanted to make sure before
No,
the
that's
next time
valid.
I'm going to do some shit like this. Yeah.
That's
Alright.
valid. That's valid.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Eddie.
No, that's cool.
Everybody's all right.
Window
You're all
down
right.
and proceed to puke out of the window.
Yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and projectile vomit right out the window.
All right, wait. So what is?
Hey, that's my don't.
So
Fucking dirty up my vehicle.
There's also a role we haven't resolved yet, Rudolph. From what you see,
yeah, I told you, dramatic failure.
yeah. So from what you see, you totally fucked up Jack's roof right now, Jack.
Yeah, Rudolph
There's
just sort of
nothing
sits back.
There's nothing out of the ordinary about your car at all, Jack. But Rudolph totally thinks he sees that he fucked something up. So you just kind of see him like sink back into his car and look awkward. Like for all you know, he could have just farted. But
Oh, so what's the last thing Grudge remembers?
Grudge remembers meeting the cop in the library and being told that they have to come out here to this red barn and find a red stone.
Right, but
Alright.
doesn't he also remember the trip that they just did?
No.
No.
So
Okay, all right,
so
hold
once
on.
Again, Grudge doesn't remember anything, but
I don't
everybody else
remember
does.
anything.
Yes.
You don't know that. You do not know that.
That's
Okay.
fair.
All right, hold on. Jack, pull over the car.
I'm gonna pull over. Sure. All right.
All right. So Connor's going to. So is Grudge the only one that doesn't remember what happened?
You don't know.
You have to
At
ask.
this point, I'm just
What?
gonna start like. I'm not dead.
Why are we stopping?
All right, hold on.
Wait,
Who remembers what just happened right now? Tell me everything you remember that happened. What has happened up until this point right now?
Nothing.
I stepped into the darkness to try to retrieve Squid, and that's the last thing I remember.
Squid.
There was some monster that bit into the side of the car and burnt the windshield.
Wait, what? What the fuck did you say?
Yeah,
I'm gonna start looking out the window at my truck.
Your car's fine, baby girl. Relax.
You're such a piece of shit, Clifton.
All right, hold on. So,
All right.
okay. So, for the sake of expediting the role playing, does everybody tell?
Never expedite the role.
No,
play. It's the best
that's-
part.
Okay.
Especially not in this game.
All right. So, Squid, what do you remember? What was the last thing you remember?
I'm wiping a little bit of yak off of my bottom lip, and I'm just like muttering to myself that this is the everything that's bad that's ever happened is the last thing that I remember. But it's not coming through clearly. Like I'm shaking. Like I'm still scared.
Connor opens his flask and hands some to him, and he's like, "Yeah, you drink that."
I'm gonna drink all of it
Cool.
and not hand it back. I chug
Cool.
it.
All right. So, Connor immediately.
If you're gonna
let you
chug
do
a flask, though, I have to give you an impairment. Write down that you're intoxicated for the next.
Cool.
Until I say you're not intoxicated.
Okay, cool. So Connor, seeing that he drank all of his booze and that Connor is an alcoholic, goes to the trunk to search for the mini bottles of whiskey.
You have the what was it? 7,
9.
9. You have the 9 bottles of whiskey.
They're all back there. Connor pours 4 of them into his flask and then puts that away. Then gets back in the car. Then he asks Rudolph, what do you remember last? Oh no, you already said the baby things and burning the car. Sky, what do you remember? Just not here? All right.
I'm here. I just wasn't here last week, so I don't know most what my character would even know.
The way I like to do this, you remember what your character remembers. So give him your best version of what you know has happened.
Freaky shit attacked. I guessed it. I don't know.
All right, look, here's what I remember, because so far it seems like I'm the only one here that remembers everything that's happened so far.
Oh yeah,
Other than
and
Rudolph.
Connor set your hood on fire.
What?
Not Connor. Clifton, not Connor.
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
Under the
Rudolph.
bus.
All right, listen, here's what I remember. We were given this task to go to this barn or whatever, where was it, a fucking cabin, to get this redstone, I believe. We have the earplugs. We go do the thing. The first time we came here, it was me, Jack,
And Grudge.
Grudge, and
was just the-
Squid.
It
And
was just the
Rudolph.
3 of
And then Squid.
No, Rudolph was there too. Rudolph passed out on the way.
Right, and Squid had to bring him
Squid
back.
carried
to the
him
car.
back. And
You stayed outside.
now
With
what's the
Jack.
girl's name again?
Sky.
Sky stayed back at the car.
Right.
They went back. The 3 of us, me, Grudge, and Jack, we went to the cabin. We looked around. I waited out front while Grudge and Jack went looking through the house. They found the shit. They came back out, and then we started running because some giant crocodile monster started chasing after us. Let me just preface this part right here because it's very important. Let me just say, I made a dick move, but I made up for it. I'm sorry, Grudge. You were running, and I was helping you at first. They don't give me credit for that part, by the way. I was helping you at first, but then you got bit, and I thought you were dead, so I kept running. Jack ran back for you. Turns out you weren't dead. I ran back too. We grabbed you. We ran to the fucking car. We got away. We got all the way back to the fucking library. Everyone was fine. By the way, Connor says library because he's
Yeah,
kind of ignorant.
that's great.
And we get back to the library and I don't remember what happened at that point. I feel like the stone disappeared or something. I don't know. But I broke into it.
You
broke
broke
into what
into
I
the
thought was a
car
cop's
after
car.
you and Squid fought. Then
Yeah.
you guys started heading back into the library because Squid wanted to talk to the librarian that's a ghost.
Squid
I
had
went
the rock, right?
No, I had the rock, and I
You
went
had
back to
the
the
rock.
car.
But then when we walked back in the library, everything got fucked up. We woke back up on the
Wait,
road and the rock's gone, right?
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay. We drove back. We went to the house again this time. Rudolph and Sky stayed in the car. the three of us went in. Four of us. No, three.
Squid.
Oh yeah,
Grudge,
the
you and
four
I.
of us went in. We got to the fucking barn or cabin, whatever it is. We looked around. We didn't find shit. Squid went through the fucking door into the darkness. Didn't come out. We tried to get him. Couldn't get him. Tied Jack to a sheet. Threw him out there. Jack got lost, and then something started pulling on Jack. I don't know if Jack found Squid. I don't know what the fuck happened. But
I don't know either.
Nobody fucking knows. And I'm the only one that remembers fucking everything, apparently. But myself and Grudge, we tried to pull him back in, and we failed. And as we were failing, suddenly this white light started coming out of the darkness, and then we're here again.
So with this whole story being told, and everybody taking a collective moment to let this sink in, with the exception of Dr. Grudge, who does not have first-hand experience of it, integrity checks all around, resolve plus composure.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just sitting here. I don't even know if I believe them.
Yeah, you're not sure if you need popcorn.
Yeah, this is
Michael Jackson meme. It's resolve plus composure, correct?
2 successes.
Okay.
7 successes.
Okay.
Singular success.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay. Rudolph, remind me, do you have a derangement already?
No, I had a temporary one. I'm assuming that it faded with the scene.
It did, but having said that,
Nice one, Squid.
That was not what I expected. That was my best roll yet.
How much did you get?
8
Oh,
off of 4 dots.
I got 7 off of 5, so I
pull
get
this
you.
up.
That was
Wait.
not what I expected at all. I was like, I'm gonna get a 2 and die. Get a fucking derangement.
You should
then
have one. the
I
way
am
you're
going to
twitching over there.
send you a
Right.
derangement. Okay. Temporary, but for the rest of this scene,
Yeah,
I guess you can kind of get how these scenes are being built.
more or less.
That's you, big guy.
So just to confirm, a single loop is a scene, right?
Correct.
Gotcha.
So for the rest of the scene, that's you, unless you fuck up more, in which case maybe it's you forever. We'll
Very
see.
important thing. Clifton, are you drinking Coors or Red Stripe?
Coors Stripe.
That is a
Oh,
red stripe.
neither.
Kombucha.
Hard kombucha. Oh,
Hard kombucha. Coffee flavor.
all right. Hold on. But I don't know what the fuck is going on, but maybe we should just sleep all night.
bro, I told you what the fuck is going on.
No.
Look,
I
I'm
remember
sorry.
none of this, and there's no proof. None of the injuries that you're describing are on anyone.
That's not true, actually, because last time Jack he healed, but he still had some remaining.
What injuries are we talking about? I can't see them. The car's not burnt. Like,
Yeah, some of us
Right,
still
this
have.
happened
Some of us,
last time.
Jack has injuries. I have injuries still. We're not 100%.
This happened to you last time. Some reason you can't remember it.
I just want to ask real quick, how are the seats laid out in this car? And where are we all sitting?
Yeah, with
Others-
it being a truck, I assumed Jack driving. I assumed Squid was up front with him.
Quid's in the back with me, I
It
think.
was like a normal sort of like
Front passenger.
He was front passenger, and then the other 3 were in the back.
The back is a bench seat, and I was assuming you guys were.
well, no. If it's a quad cab, it actually has full size seats, right?
Mm-hmm. It should.
Dude, have you seen how big those freaking
Yeah, I
trucks
know
get?
they're pretty huge
King
nowadays.
cabs, you could fit a whole family in there.
Yeah, they're basically SUVs with a fucking
It's a-
flatbed.
Eduardo and all his cousins.
Well, that's racist.
But so for the sake of this, because this is not a world and I can build a car however the fuck I want to build a car, it's Jack and Squid up front and the other 4 of you in the back.
Fair enough.
Oh, there are 4 of us, right?
Yeah. All right. So wait, no, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like,
Connor's gonna look at Grudge and be like,
that's not how things work.
"You're a smart man. Look at me right now. Do I look like I'm fucking lying to you? And I admit,
You look like you're drunk.
I'm gonna
I'm
look
the
up.
I am drunk. I've always been drunk the whole time.
I'm just gonna, since we're already stopped anyway, I'm gonna lean back in the seat, look at Grudge, and go, yeah, this doesn't make much sense, but when has anything in the last 48 hours made sense?
Well, okay. Well, let's say I take it at face value.
Look, other people remember shit.
Hold
and
on,
you don't.
hold on. Hear me out. Here, let's say I take it at face value here. It seems like we're just doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe we should stop.
Well, I will admit that our second time in, when we got inside the building, it was not the same as the first time. Things had changed.
Yeah, that's an important detail I forgot to mention. Look, this is Groundhog Day. That's what this is. And we're all fucking Bill Murray.
I don't
Run it
understand your
until
point.
we find the answer.
Until
or
we
try to-
figure shit out and we get this shit right. This is gonna keep happening. Be fucking thankful that none of us are dead right now.
Or
Do
we
you
could
think
just
I
stop
wanna
playing the
remember all the shit
goddamn game.
Well,
I mean,
so,
that makes
but
sense.
if
Gotta
we
find
stop,
the red stone.
okay, if we stop playing the game and say it doesn't put us back into this loop, if we stop, that still gives us no information. We have nothing to go on. We wanted answers.
All,
That's
all-
why we're out here getting this.
all I'm saying is, how about we go back? We talk to the officer. Maybe he's got some more information on what's going on and why.
I'll pull
if
his
this-
card out of my pocket and hand you his card. I go, if you want to call him, feel free.
Here's the thing, too. The first time we found the stone, we found it. And now here we are back here again. And we automatically assume that we fucked up somehow and we just had to do it all over again. But this time we went and it wasn't there. Maybe
this- so-
we already succeeded, and maybe this is all some kind of elaborate ruse by Officer Spitfuck.
Do we
This is
need
why
to,
I don't trust cops. Don't trust a fucking cop.
do we need to sleep on this thing?
It's daytime or evening.
No,
Maybe-
it's I don't believe so. I believe it was afternoonish.
Devin,
Yeah.
It's late afternoon, usually about the time you're getting to where you park. It's a little before sunset, like the sun's not going down.
does it
but
feel like
it's-
we've
it's
been
getting
awake for this extended amount of time, or do we come back to the car feeling about the same energy level we were before? Even though like I'm scared shitless and shit has happened,
You
where are we
regain-
energy wise?
You regain all lost HP. You do not regain willpower unless something like a virtue or a vice has been fulfilled.
Okay,
Other
so
than that, you do not regain willpower.
HP is there, but do I feel like I need to take a nap?
Oh, actually, now that I've pointed that out, Colin and Eduardo, yes, you would have gained that willpower, but you would have lost it during the reset because that's what we did last time. HP was regained to what it was before you left, but willpower was not gained from before you left. You would
So
not
I
have
don't get the willpower back.
You would have gotten the one from drinking the whiskey when you got in the car. You would not have gained it for the fortitude.
That's bullshit.
Wait, hold on. No, because last time what you said is that it didn't reset. But we're not asking for a reset. We're asking for the before the switch for the willpower to apply from there.
Does not apply
Right.
after the fact.
Doesn't apply after the switch. I follow what you're saying.
So,
Okay.
so
So look-
any willpower you lost during the switch, regardless of whether it was through a monster or through an
Fucking gone.
ability, is gone.
It's gone.
But any
Yes.
willpower you earn is
After the switch,
no
is there-
before the
but
switch
before
doesn't
the
count
switch is
after the
also
switch.
gone.
Correct.
Also
So basically, damned if you do, damned if you don't. All right.
gone.
Correct.
Well, you have to earn it after the switch. Earn it back after the
Yes.
switch.
Here's Connor's thought. If we're stuck in a fucking Infinaloop right now, this will be the third time that we've done this. Maybe we waste a fucking time going back and interrogating this fucking cop some more, because The
Why
first
don't we
time,
retrace
because we
our
found the
steps?
fucking rock the first time, dude. We found it the first time,
Right,
and then we
yeah.
came back and
Why
shit's
don't we go
gone.
look where we knew we had it last?
Because we did. It was in the oven.
And it
No.
wasn't fucking there this time.
Not
No,
where
no,
we found
what-
it. Not where we found it.
Oh,
where we
back to the
knew we
library?
had it last.
I
You
had
had
it.
it in your jacket
Yeah,
at the library.
Gotta be.
What if somebody grabbed it? That's where we got sent on this loop. Maybe it's where we were, and we thought that it would be where it was instead of where it is. Does that make sense?
Look,
Why don't we try it like that?
I'm just saying that maybe maybe we're not we at this point. It's you fellas. Maybe your experience at the library has warped your perception of reality. Because I don't remember any of this, and maybe it's just time to take a step back.
Rudolph has just been nodding at everything this entire time.
I'm gonna pull out my phone and say, Grudge, will you humoring me for a second? I'm gonna flip over to my recording, camera, video, or whatever. And say, I'm gonna go right next to him and say that again.
I am okay. No, what I'm saying is your experiences at the library have affected your minds, is what it sounds like.
And you don't remember anything, right?
I don't remember.
Last
I remember is I arrived at the library. You told me what had happened there, and then we talked to the officer who sent us on this errand of his.
All right.
Question.
Thanks. I'm going to stop recording there so that I have that clip. That if we loop again, I'm going to show that to Grudge, or else I'm going to try to, because who knows, it might be gone.
Yeah, that's my question. All the text that we've been typing out on Connor's phone, communicating with each other while we were in the cabin, is that still there?
No.
Okay. You can't game Groundhog Day, right? You can try. Sometimes it works if you get it right.
There are other rules than just the Groundhog Day rules, but
Yeah, no.
I mean, for reference, sure, you can say Groundhog Day, but I'm trying to think
wait a
of,
minute.
all
Wait a
the
minute.
different
Wait a minute.
possible ways that this can play out, and I've got 5 or 6 different TV things that
All
I'm
right, so
remembering
here's-
now. They're how does this shit? There's the episode in Supernatural where they keep dying and respawning.
let's get this out of the way. I hate that show, and I've never made it out of season 1, so we will never be referencing
Okay,
it ever.
What
here's
show
my
was that?
two fucking ideas.
Go ahead,
Two
Connor.
fucking ideas. One, we either drive back to the library or the police station. We fucking break the cycle and see if we still regenerate or whatever the fuck happens. We go back. We try to figure some other shit out. See what happens. Or 2, let's fucking think really hard. And I'm not the brainy type. I'm the brawny type. So I'll leave it up to you fucking eggheads. Think back to what the cop told us. He was very specific about the rules of the things that we had to do when we went here to achieve our goal. And I thought the first time we did pretty fucking good.
Put the earplugs in. Look for the thing. Run. Don't double back. Don't stop running for any reason.
Bring it back to him.
Right, and that was the mistake we made, was that we couldn't find him.
Also, you turned back. You stopped running. He said, don't turn back for any reason.
Yeah, but what was I supposed to do? Let Grudge die?
I didn't say that was a bad call. I'm just saying it didn't fill in on what he said.
All right, so hold on. 2 options right now. We go back or we go forward. Let's just make up our minds.
What makes me curious, and this is why I feel it's a little what's a little strange is each time we go into that building, both times we've gone into that building, I feel like there's been minor differences. Now, the second time, I didn't pay close attention to what those differences were, and I feel like that's what handicapped us when we were in there. If we do go in a third time, before we do anything in that room, I want to try to compare it to what I remember from the first trip through to see if we can figure out what the differences were. Now, I'm not saying we need that's the right direction to go. I'm just saying if we decide to do that as a group.
Fair. Well, that's what I'm saying. Let's start there. We either go forward or we go back. I'm voting for going back because there's something wrong, and I don't think we should keep playing this game.
I have a feeling that going back's not going to do anything, but I'm game to give it a shot because 2 times going forward hasn't produced anything. So what could going back hurt?
I have a feeling the part of me that doesn't trust that fucking cop, and the part of me that wants an easy way out of this situation wants us to go back, but I don't feel like this is the type of situation that's easy. And considering I'm the only person other than Rudolph that remembers everything.
I remember.
No, you don't remember everything. You forgot a bunch of shit
in the car.
Well, not
The only thing-
everything.
The only thing I
And-
don't remember was once I stepped into the darkness. That's it I remember.
Right.
I just remember being scared once I stepped into the darkness.
That's what I'm saying. All this shit's broken. My vote is we play the game one more time, but this time
All
we do
right. So
things a little
so
bit differently. And if we do things differently, maybe send somebody a little bit more intellectual to the fucking barn, and I stay back. And if there's fucking baby monsters, I smash them. I don't know.
All right. We got one vote for forward.
I think we should also go and run the run again. Why don't we?
All right. So
Why
hold
don't
on,
we
hold
do
on.
this
Before we get into anything more, so that's 2 for forward. Sky.
Also, I need to go pee. I'll be right back.
Nobody believes you.
I don't care. We can do whatever you guys want.
No. Well, this is the time for voting. Either we go forward or back. So far, it's 2 for 2.
And there are only 5.
There's 6 of us, so
There's
technically
6 of us, so let the other person vote.
So she's going to abstain to keep it an odd number. Fine.
Yep.
Rudolph, you're the final one.
I mean, you guys seem to know what you're talking about. So I mean, whatever you guys think.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck it, forward.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
3
All right.
3-2. We're going forward.
I am getting so much shit for following the fucking rules.
No, that's. I mean, it's fine. This is what.
Well,
we
no,
do.
I'm just role playing my character like I would. Like, I mean, this
Yeah,
is a
yeah, that's
serious conversation, and you're like, whatever.
No, if anything, yeah, I think everybody's playing their character exactly how they should be playing their character right now.
All right. Bonsai, I have a question.
Okay.
What the fuck is the finger compass doing right now?
The finger compass is well, you guys pull over before you reached the turnoff point.
Right,
So
but what is it doing right now?
pointing out towards the direction you were headed.
Okay, so it's pointing forward. All right. Okay. Well, it looks like we're going forward, boys and
Alright.
gal.
So I'll drive back to the site.
Okay. You guys get to the pull off. Take it. You pull over. Pop in the earplugs. Who's getting out? Who's staying at the car? What's happening?
This time I'll stay.
Okay.
If
Fine.
there's baby monsters, I can smash them.
I'm gonna go back into. I'm gonna head to the building again.
Yeah, I'm going with them.
What do you guys
Well-
think I should do?
Well,
Last
What are you
time,
good at,
last
Rudolph? What are you good at?
I mean, I'm an artist. I draw things. I can appraise things. I guess I'm pretty handy. I'm good at writing.
I'm just worried about him passing out on the way to the barn again, like the first time.
I haven't told you that guys this before, but I kind of I can tell things that have happened in places sometimes.
All right, here's what we're gonna do.
Like you can remember things?
I mean,
Let me
like,
point out how vague
remember-
that statement is, and in this situation, it almost seems like you're saying what we've already stated, which is we can remember shit.
Mm-mm.
I can remember things I wasn't there for.
Look, listen. You need to go with them then. Let me just say this very clearly. Whoever the fuck goes in there, don't go into the darkness. Fuck, I don't even know. There was a light at some point. Fuck, I'm only. Oh, shit.
You're not supposed to go into the light either.
Listen. Just go. Jack, look at the room first. Look at the fucking room first, real good. Here's what I'm gonna do. I've never told. He fucking put it out on the line. I'm gonna put it out on the line too. I've never told anybody this shit. If
He thinks
If push
he's in love
comes
with
to
these
shove,
guys.
if push comes to shove and you get stuck in there again, one of you go to sleep.
I
Okay.
can do that.
Okay?
Sleep
Just
anyway.
one of you go to sleep, and I will find you, and we'll I'll try. We'll figure it out from there. But one of you needs to go to sleep.
So,
All right.
out of curiosity, who remembers everything is coming with us? Because
I believe
before,
I believe Jack.
understanding correctly for the stuff I wasn't here for, the people who weren't there did not remember.
Because you
not-
didn't experience it.
Well, because you weren't there.
Don't go
You
this
remember
time,
being in the
we'll forget
car,
everything.
I believe.
No.
Wait, they don't remember being in the car? I thought the story you told was that the folks that stayed in the car remember everything that happened in the car.
No, I would say, but wasn't this the second time around already?
This is the third time.
The only
Look,
person who
This is
does
the
not
third
remember
time. That was the
everything is
second time. The
Grudge.
first time, the people who did not go to the site didn't remember.
Grudge doesn't remember everything. Squid and Jack only don't remember the portion where they were in the darkness.
And
Or
Sky.
am I misunderstanding what I
Sky
wasn't here for?
only forgot a portion of it when she was in the car, and Rudolph and I are the only ones that remember everything, other than in the very, very first rotation where Rudolph fell asleep for a bit, but then he woke up. So I'm gonna stay here, and if the baby monsters come back, I'm gonna smash their fucking faces and kick their teeth in. And the rest of you,
All right.
the rest
So
of you are gonna go figure this shit out.
this is a very long-winded way to decide who's staying in the car or not.
Yeah,
Who's
and we're
staying in
actually
the
coming
car
up
or
on
not.
the end. So let's end with I'm just going to go through it one at a time. You tell me staying at the car or going. Grudge.
Going.
Rudolph.
I mean, whatever. Going.
Okay. Jack.
Going.
Squid.
Going.
Connor.
Staying.
Sky.
I'll be staying because 2.
Okay. All right. You have the lineup for the next cycle of the Red Cabin. That's it.
Call this World of Darkness, the Red Cabin.
All right. Thank you
Let's
for
see how
joining
many
us.
weeks we stay there.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us for this episode of Carpenter.
Not
check us out.
accomplishing anything.
Yeah, check us out. Wait, are we not coming
Accomplished
together
fun,
next
all of
week?
you.
90% there will not be an episode next week, but given that today was canceled out due to weather, we will see how next week goes because next week's weather's not supposed to be better.
All right, so potentially not being here next week. Thanks for joining us for this game, and bye.
Bye.
Hey, I have an idea.